This is Police Interceptors.
Police Interceptors are real life one. I'm going to tell my kids about this.
And you're riding with the pride of Northamptonshire.
Speed 120.
Ace pursuit drivers.
Contact.
M+51.
With air support.
Got 2 out, stand by.
And a crack dog unit.
If you move, you will get hit.
They bring down the bad guys.
I believe you're wanted, mate.
Keep the streets safe.
Put your arms behind your back.
Get on the floor!
And battle 24/7
Get down on the floor.
in the war on crime.
Crash. On the floor now!
Here's what it is, isn't it? We find them, we lock them up.
Coming up, a runaway doing north of a ton in a nicked car
Crash.
has its world turned upside down.
Stand by, it's overturned, then trapped inside the vehicle. Police!
The Op Revive team paint the town green in Rushden.
Very well done. Yeah.
One far, got one running.
And a faller at the final fence in the Taser Stakes.
Police officer, the taser! Stay where you are! Police officer, the taser! Get on the floor!
Interceptors are skilled pursuit drivers,
Speed 110, no traffic, no pedestrians.
trained to evaluate danger.
Medium risk, over the roundabout, continuing rocking the road out.
But the bad guys they chase
We're approaching the roundabout with road closures.
aren't so big on road safety.
Vehicles going through traffic cones, still continuing, high risk. All interceptors, they'll be advanced drivers as a bare minimum. It affords us the opportunity to drive at great speeds safely. Nothing overrides safety. So we always have that in the back of our mind. The people that we end up chasing, the people that we end up dealing with, they most definitely don't have that. Their entire mindset is, I must get away. I cannot be caught.
Near to the Leicestershire border, Bertie and his colleagues are following a stolen Ford S-Max.
We directly go on the subject here because it is an unmarked car.
A thief just hopped in and helped himself when the owner left the engine running. That was just minutes ago, and the team's already all over the hot Ford.
If we can get cars towards look for a preemptive box, I think we're going to struggle to get ahead and get a stinger in place.
Other units are en route to intercept, including Stuart Wilson and Rachel McCready.
If they're coming this way towards the A6.
Is this going to be it? Or is this someone else?
Stuart thinks the pursuit might be heading straight towards them,
No.
but it's a false alarm.
Ashley Road.
They're down here then, I imagine. So yeah, go back up to this roundabout. Back up that way.
They're still a few miles from the action.
Got a stinger sign.
There is a white Ford Focus in front of it, probably around about a 13, 14 plate. I can't catch the reg at the minute.
The S-Max and the Focus seem to be in convoy, and despite them being in the unmarked, the cops have lightly been clocked.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're aware of our presence now. It doesn't matter the vehicles on the road.
The dodgy pair appear to be coming to a stop.
Both vehicles parking up on the near side.
But not for long, the Focus is away. Bertie moves to block the S-Max. But it rams his car and breaks free.
We tried to reinforce it. Contact's been made. It's going to be going back where we came. Where we came. Vehicles failing to stop both now.
Both cars have floored it, but Bertie's not hanging about. He soon has the Focus in sight, but overtakes, as he only has eyes for the nicked S-Max. The runaway's pushing 100 miles per hour, speeds way beyond mortal driving skills on rural roads.
S-Max continues to fail to stop.
Approaching a bend at 80, he nearly loses the back end. It's the slalom, and this bloke is all over the shop. There's a give way, but it doesn't seem the driver has read his highway code. He's risking it all to escape. With the country roads narrowing, his speed increasing, and other hazards on the road, this pursuit is only going to end one way.
Crash, crash, crash. Vehicle's overturned.
At crazy speed, the runaways lost control, clipped a hedge, and flipped the S-Max onto its roof. The cops prepare for the worst.
Stand by, it's overturned. They're trapped inside the vehicle. There is movement inside.
Mercifully, there are signs of life.
How many's in there? Huh? How many of you in there?
One.
Just one?
Yeah, one.
Right. Come out on the driver's side if you can.
The mangled door's jammed, so they improvise.
Mind out, watch out.
Blinded me, bro.
Right, out you come.
1 second.
The driver's likely been tossed about like a rag doll and doesn't know which way's up and which way's down.
We're just trying to get him out.
But eventually, his feet pop out.
Stand up, mate.
1 second, I can't see. I've got glasses behind.
All right, mate.
Aside from sore eyes, unbelievably, he seems okay.
Okay, you nicked for stolen motor vehicle, failed to stop.
Stolen?
You, listen to me, you nicked for
Yeah,
stolen
go on.
motor vehicle, failed to stop, dangerous drive.
You
Probably
got water?
probably no insurance, probably no licence, etc., etc. You do not have to say
That's
anything. It
some
may harm your
sound
defence
right.
if you do
Can I
not
have some
mention,
water?
when questioned, something which you later
What's the
on
matter?
in
It's
court.
like my eye.
Anything you do say may be given in
Yeah,
evidence.
no problem, bro.
You want to stand up, yeah?
Let's move down a bit, bro.
Come on.
That's the nail, bro. I ain't gonna run, bro.
I'm going to stick you in cuffs anyway, mate. You've
Yeah,
just
no,
had a doozy of trying to get away from us, yeah?
The bracelets go on as Stuart and Rachel arrive to marvel at how the driver escaped this wreck with his life.
So he's literally bounced into the hedge, come out, round, back into the hedge, and then that's probably what's flipped it from that side.
It's lucky boy.
It's also a minor miracle that no one else has been hurt.
He's come round what is a blind bend, and he's lost control. But just imagine some member of the public coming down here. And again, this is why we try to get these vehicles stopped. So, yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Bertie takes the suspect off to the nick. And despite Rachel and Stuart missing out on the action, they are at least here for the clear-up. It's a decent result thanks to a quick response by the team.
It is always a good feeling when you find them quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe not in this condition.
It's a shame it's upside down.
Yeah.
The court put Upside Down Man straight after he pleaded guilty to dangerous driving, handling stolen goods and driving without a licence or insurance. He was banned for more than 4 years, had to pay £187 and went down for 14 months. Still to come.
Stop kicking off.
Round and round the garden in Rushden.
If you're going to kick off, you can stay on the floor.
And the big red key unlocks a well-oiled green machine.
You've got a sophisticated setup again, you've got lights, you've got fans.
It's all go in Rushden. A wanted man who's evaded cops for 3 months has been spotted leaving a hospital in his car, which just pinged an ANPR camera.
This is a chap that's wanted for GBH. I don't know even what his name is, but I just heard it on this channel and it's just hit a camera.
The man's accused of assault. Ideally, Harrison will be double crewed, but that doesn't stop him putting his foot down.
Not that far ahead.
Intel comes through on where the suspect might be heading.
Yeah, because it's coming this way, so it's gonna have gone here.
The old spider sense is tingling.
It's gonna be here, guarantee it.
And it's working perfectly, because this guy matches the wanted man's description. There's no time to wait for backup.
Hello, mate, you alright?
Yeah, that's just free for an armed deployment.
Say that for us, dude. What's your name?
Someone's on their way down to you.
I believe you're wanted, mate. Get on the floor! It's 1-4, I got one running.
Harrison's a fit copper, but he's carrying 7 kilos of kit, although
Spinny road back up the estate.
some kit's quite handy at times like this.
Police officer, the taser! Stay where you are! Police officer, the taser! Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Get on the Get on the floor now! Get on the floor!
What are you doing that for?
Get on the floor! You're under arrest and GBH in a minute.
The bloke's struggling, so Harrison reaches for the parva.
Police officer, spray. Get on the floor.
What? No, you
Get on the floor. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not doing it.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why are you filming me? I'm doing it, look.
Stay there.
The threat of parva spray has done the trick.
Sit on the floor, mate.
They were making.
Sit down.
Spinny road.
Harrison's taser trained and likes to keep himself active with long walks with his dogs Bo and Richie. But this foot chase was more of a short sprint.
Spinny road.
Police officer, the taser!
And thanks to a garden fence, the threat of 50,000 volts,
Get on the floor! Get on the floor!
and the prospect of a face full of parva, the finish line is in sight.
You're under arrest. You're wanted for serious assault.
Whoa!
You don't have to say anything.
For welfare.
Serious assault?
I've got him in handcuffs in the garden at the minute.
Serious assault?
You don't have to say anything.
Tablets.
May harm defence if you don't mention one question. Some people should let around the court.
Are you in Rushton?
Anything you do, so maybe give evidence.
Harrison's got his man, but his man denies all knowledge of the alleged assault.
What assault? On who? On who? I've been in hospital,
I know you've been in hospital.
So why didn't you arrest me when I was there?
I wasn't at hospital.
You just were.
I wasn't.
There's loads of years.
I wasn't there.
So all of this for what? This is a joke.
No, a joke will be struggling when handcuffed to the rear.
This is a joke.
Stop kicking
It's
off.
a joke. I swear down. Ah, what the?
If you're going to kick off, you can stay on the floor.
Man.
Just chill on the floor then. Stop kicking off.
Please. It's my bad side, I'm not joking.
The best place for Laughing Boy until backup arrives is on the ground.
Can I just lean on that wall, please?
Not at the minute, no, because you keep kicking off every time I sit you off. You're trying to pull away and run off. You already tried to run away once.
I'll just lean against
I will
that
have.
wall.
And with the suspect proving a handful,
But as you're aware, I'm on my own at the minute, so we can wait till another crew gets here.
Harrison's grateful to see the cavalry roll in.
He hasn't been searched yet. He's been
Can I
locked
just
up.
lean against that wall, please? There's 2 years
He's
now.
chucked all his stuff over there. So
Then me tablets, just got out of
I
hospital.
know the tablets.
Harrison's all heart.
This is a joke, and it takes all of this when you could have arrested me in hospital.
This guy's been wanted for 3 months, but it turns out the Interceptors nicked him a day too soon.
I was literally going to hand myself in tomorrow. Joke.
He tells a heartbreaking tale.
You're pulling your taser out on me. What? Did I have a blade? No.
I don't know. You ran off. I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to stand. I didn't have time to stand round and check on you, did I? When you legged it.
No, because I'm getting nicked for all. See, I was. Oh.
Yeah, but I've never met you before. But
That's what I'm saying, you never met me, but you
unfortunately,
pulled a taser on me for running.
unfortunately-
What do you expect me to do?
you're shown as wanted for a pretty serious offence.
Despite his protests, he's off for a trip to the nick.
All right, stand up for us, then we'll get to a car. If you don't, yeah, please don't, please.
Where he'll have some serious questions to answer.
Can you get me tablets as well, please?
Of course we
I
can.
need to have a tablet.
And your phone, we'll get that as well. Cheers, Dave, thank you. I don't have my car's down there, so I'll go and sort that in a minute. He's launched his phone.
Are you please?
Take a seat. Pardon?
Car there.
A collar 3 months in the making,
I don't know, he ran off. Yeah. Yeah, a little cheeky foot chase.
thanks to some superb solo work by Harrison.
This is the stuff he had in his pocket. He's got a bit of cash in his pocket as well, I think.
Tell it to the...
Not at the minute, no. I'll just have a look for his stuff. Yeah, thankfully the taser red dot had the effect this time and it kind of got him a bit subdued. So single crew, you always got a decision to make, but yeah, it's good. He's in handcuffs, that's the main thing. There's no injuries and he's arrested. So yeah, it's a good job, to be fair.
Despite his sprint from the cops, no charges were brought regarding the alleged assault. But Harrison did bag a new recruit.
What is that one? Let me have a look at that one. That is cool. That's like a proper police hat, isn't it? That suits you.
A future interceptor in the making.
Try this one on, see how you look. Now you look like a traffic cop. That's what we like to see.
The market in illegal cannabis in the UK is worth about 2.6 billion a year, with more than 250 tonnes sold to over 3 million users. Gangs are increasingly setting up cannabis farms.
Oh, that's quite a decent grow.
That convert entire properties into production lines for Class B drugs.
Got 3 bedrooms full of cannabis grows.
And this morning, Lee Goodwin and the team are hoping to put a dent in this illegal trade.
So we're in Rushden today to execute a warrant for a potential cannabis factory. In the past 2 months, we have done 2 warrants, one at the old Brian Watts carpet shop, which is to the left of the property we're going to today. And we've literally last month done a warrant on the other side at the old learning centre.
But before she leads this morning's raid, Lee wants to revisit past glories, starting with the site of the old early learning centre.
This was a cannabis factory in here. Officers entered through these doors here.
And what they discovered was an operation on an industrial scale.
This is room 2, ground floor. It's 109 plants.
The Interceptors had got there just in time.
Mature plants.
This was a serious setup with nearly 1,000 plants.
This is room 4, ground floor still. It's 250 plants. Going into room 5, upstairs, number of plants is 77. There are numerous notes written in Albanian, I believe.
They even had living quarters, of sorts.
2 mattresses. This is the toilet and where they do their washing of their clothes.
And then this old carpet factory just here was, again, another cannabis factory.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
The Interceptors believed this former factory had been converted into a cannabis farm by the same gang.
Police officers with tasers. Anyone inside, make yourself known.
And while the front of the building was empty,
I'll cover down here.
the back of the property
Yeah, it's a grow.
was a different story.
Police!
With a sophisticated setup,
Very well done. Yeah.
hundreds upon hundreds of plants,
Yeah, got living quarters.
and a suspected farmer.
Right, come out here now. Come out. Come out. That's right, out there. Over there.
I'll get him. You get him. Right, put your hands behind your back. Behind your back. Listen, mate, you're under arrest at the minute on suspicion of cultivation of cannabis, all right?
Between them, the 2 raids garnered almost 2,000 plants with an estimated street value of £2 million. During the busts, the team noted suspicious activity in a nearby flat, and that flat is the target of today's raid. Though Lee's unsure if it's a working factory.
Potentially, by our disruption of those 2, we may have spooked the setup in the cannabis factory that we're going to today. Or it may be so brazen that they think they have been forgot about.
There's only one way to find out. No need for the big red key just yet.
It's the police. Can you let me in? Thank you.
Sometimes doors to weed farms can be reinforced to make entry as difficult as possible. Not this one, though.
Officer with taser, stay where you are! Clear. Nobody in here.
It's not looking promising.
Entry gained, no cannabis factory.
No grow, but Lee suspects there might have been.
It is stereotypical of a cannabis factory, or at least a small grow that would have been in here. We've got very little on the work surfaces in the kitchen. It's dirty, it's full of flies.
The gang would have likely have rented the property, with the landlord completely unaware of their activities and then abandoned ship.
My suspicions is they've been spooked by the other two that we've done, and they have returned it to its relatively natural state, cleared everything out. If there was a cannabis factory in here, it would have just been a hydroponics tent.
While it looks like bad timing on this one,
hopefully the next one will be more fruitful.
the Interceptors have one more roll of the dice this morning.
Guys, if you sort of want to ditch your cars around here.
Although not connected to the other raids, there's intel of another grow around the corner.
Front.
Yeah. We good? Just step out of the way.
Close, mate.
The postman drops a letter off next door, but it's a different type of delivery for the suspect address.
Police officer with taser!
I'll hold the stairs, mate.
While they search for anyone inside,
Police officer with taser!
outside the team have nicked someone trying to leap over the back fence. And it's soon clear why he was doing the dodgy steeplechase. It's not on the scale of the industrial operations down the road, but still a decent-sized grow. And Lee gives a tour of the farm.
So this is the first grow room. You've got a sophisticated setup again. You've got lights, you've got fans to keep it at a steady temperature. A thermometer showing steady 27 degrees in here at the moment. Again, we've got another room, again with the same setup. And then you come through to the final room, of which these are more compact. The windows have been sealed up so that you can't see anything from the outside.
Scenes of crime arrive to take photos and dust for fingerprints.
These usually come up quite well.
2 plants will be taken for analysis, with the rest counted, then sent off to be burnt. The suspected farmers arrested at the former learning centre were released without charge. And no action was taken against the worker at the old carpet factory. The raid on the house saw 63 plants seized with a street value of around 52 grand. The farmer who tried to jump the fence pleaded guilty to growing the weed and got 12 weeks inside, plus a fine of £154. And while the farm is decommissioned to prevent further use, not everything is destroyed.
Any soil or fertiliser or anything like that, we will look to give to the local allotments, to give back to society. It's something that we've done in Rushden for many, many years, and it goes down really well with the local community. Thank you.
Still to come.
Right, do you want to search me or what? Do you want to search me or what? I'm a pissed off, just come back from holiday, man. You're trying to stitch me up. You're under arrest, aren't you?
A bag of magic from a fun guy.
What's that? Oh, mushrooms.
And a lesson from a drink driver.
And what you do is your left foot brake.
Fails to impress Rob.
You're not going to ever agree with me on this.
No, you're quite right. I'm not.
Northamptonshire has over 300 ANPR cameras, making it nigh on impossible for dodgy vehicles to travel across the county unnoticed.
So we've received an ANPR marker of a vehicle involved in drug supply and may have links to weapons that comes back to a village over on East Northants. So we suspect it's going back that way. So we're just trying to play catch up.
Aaron Griffiths and Scott Kimberley aren't the only ones aiming to intercept.
There's intelligence to say it may be linked to a firearm, namely a pistol. It's being reviewed, hence the reason why firearms are going at the moment as well.
A few miles away in Rushden,
2 up at least, so near subdivision to left onto High Street.
firearms cops have eyes on the car as it parks up.
It's an offside indication. Reinforce it here.
Another unit is also on scene.
Turn your car off.
And with the firearms marker, they need the driver and passenger in bracelets pronto.
Okay.
Hand. Take your seatbelt off with the other hand.
Turns out the two lads have just got back from a break in Bournemouth.
What's going on? Let's get these on. I've been on holiday, mate.
Welcome home.
Detained for purposes of the search, Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, all right? Is there anything in the car that shouldn't be?
According to the driver, he's clean.
Okay, step out of the car for us, please.
But they're not taking his word for it.
No, not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Is there anything on you that's going to hurt me or you?
No.
Just stand against this wall for us, bud. Okay, so you're going to be searched.
I'm literally just dropping my brother off here.
I'm saying you're not, mate. You're going to be searched for purpose of drugs, okay? Suspect you've got drugs within the vehicle.
No, I haven't got it.
Griff and Scott arrive on scene to help contain the suspects and search the car. And that search is only seconds old.
I've literally just started. I'm going to turn my car off.
When they find scales with the residue of some white powder. The driver's looking twitchy.
What are you doing?
Nothing, mate.
Right, stand still then.
Just because it's searching. I want to stand back there and watch them so you're out of the way.
They've also found a wedge of cash in his pocket.
You got anything?
Mate, there's nothing going on, mate. There's nothing to think. Search me then.
Nothing to hide, apart from a Kinder Egg containing what looks like cocaine.
Here it is. Just possession of it at the minute.
You're under arrest on suspicion of possession of Class A drugs. I'm saying that may offend too much in question. 3 minutes later on the court, you do say maybe giving evidence, okay?
The passenger is arrested for the same.
No, but just listen to me, right? You're under arrest on suspicion of possession of Class A.
Been on holiday, bro. Do you know what I mean?
The best thing about holidays is you come back all relaxed.
You got any down shoulders?
No, bro. Do you want to search me or what? Do you want to search me or what? I'm a pissed off. Just come back from holiday, man. You're trying to stitch me up with a little bit.
You're under arrest, aren't you? I'm asking if there's anything down your trousers.
Do you know what I mean, mate?
Calm yourself down. Okay, you are going to be strip searched. No custody. That's all I'm asking you.
Yeah,
to be
that's fine, bro. You can strip search me.
Okay.
He'll be taken down the nick, but the search of the car...
The driver's side been done.
...just keeps on giving, with bundles of weed and...
What's that? Oh, mushrooms.
Mushrooms, the Class A variety, commonly called magic.
Want to go with mushrooms?
They're individual wraps. They're individual wraps of Class A.
Yeah, this is P, right? So, yeah.
The fact that some of the drugs are separately bagged means the charges have been upgraded.
Excuse me, mate. Just listen to me, okay? You're no longer under arrest in terms of possession of Class A. You are being arrested on suspicion of being concerned in the supply of Class A and Class B drugs.
The car may have links to weapons, but none are found inside, just drugs. And Griff wants to know if there are more drugs in the driver.
We have got grounds to drug wipe him to see if he's got anything in his system. Obviously he's not very happy, as you can tell, with our presence or being arrested, which is fine, but I'm going to do that. Because drugs have been found in the vehicle, I've got a power to request a specimen of saliva from you, okay, Section 6 of the Road Traffic Act, specifically to test for cannabis and cocaine in your system. It's a lawful requirement that I'm making to you to provide a specimen of saliva. I need to let you know if you fail to refuse by a specimen of saliva, that is a further offence you'll be liable to be arrested or prosecuted for, all right?
And after 8 minutes, it's a full house.
Okay, times 257. You're under arrest for driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed drug limit, namely cannabis.
It's a great result, and the day's work isn't over yet.
So we've got the two in custody, and there's an idea that potentially they will have already tried to make contact with people, to make contact with other people relating to their home addresses. So what we have done with that information, we've gone round to 2 addresses to perform Section 18 searches, see if we recover anything from either of those addresses.
The searches uncovered a jar of magic mushrooms at the passenger's address, and he received a warning. The driver pleaded guilty to drug driving. He was banned from the roads for 22 months and ordered to do 120 hours of unpaid work. No further action was taken in relation to the suspected drug supply. The number of people killed in drink-driving collisions is at its highest level since 2009. Even a small amount of alcohol can give drivers a false sense of confidence, leading them to take greater risks and increase the chances of crashing.
Drink driving is still a massive problem for us on the roads. It ruins lives on a daily basis up and down the country. You know, unfortunately, the roads of Northamptonshire are no different to that. You know, it used to be Friday and Saturday nights, whereas now it can literally be any time of any day we're picking drink drivers up. And you know, they really do pose a massive risk to themselves and to other road users.
It's lunchtime and someone started early. A call's come in reporting a driver who may be over the limit. The suspect's just been spotted by another officer pulling into a petrol station.
Looks like it's near located into the services on Westbridge. Platform 2.
Yeah, into the VP. Yeah, not a million miles away. Thank you.
Rob Harfleet is en route in a Mark Beamer 340, and it looks like Rob's target has form.
But he has got previous, albeit 10 years ago, for drink driving.
The suspect's in a Jag.
There it is. 1, 2. We're with it.
Now it's just a waiting game.
So his only exit is in front of us.
The Jag's filled up with petrol.
He's pulled away. Where is there? He is.
But its driver's full of booze.
Let's just before he gets on the main road.
Rob lights him up before his Jag hits the main drag.
Hello. Just having a chat with the driver. I'll get back to you momentarily. How are we? You got any idea why I might have stopped you today?
No.
No. Okay. Someone's made a report on the vehicle being driven, I think, potentially quite poorly. Just wondering if you might be under the influence of any alcohol or anything like that.
I had a can of beer earlier, but that's it.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, well, that might be all it is then. Are you okay with your walking?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because you were holding on to the car, I didn't know if you want to come out, ideal. Well, no, it's just...
no,
I didn't know whether you needed a walking stick or anything like that, that's fine. If you want to come and join me in the back of my car, and then we'll just do the necessaries. Come around this side, come around this side.
Jagman's coughed to drinking 1 beer.
Take a seat in there. Oh, lovely.
Rob suspects it was one of many.
So when I ask you to do so, I just need you to take a nice deep breath in, make a nice tight seal around the end of the tube, and it's just a steady breath until I tell you to stop.
Do my best.
And absolutely for me. I'll hold on to the device for you, so if you want to sit for a sec. Keep going, 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 keep going. Stop. That's it, good man. If you want to hold on to the end of that tube for me. Okay. Michael, it's come back as a 93. Okay, legal limit being 35, all right, which is a fail.
It's either a super strength tinny or he's telling porkies.
So by my watch, it's 13:46, all right, and you're under arrest on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit for alcohol, okay? You don't have to say anything, but it may...
But Jagman's got a cunning plan to get himself off the hook.
Surely you've pulled me and I'm not actually on the Queen's Highway. I'm in a private garage.
There's one major flaw, though.
If you are driving your motor vehicle, okay, on a place or on a road that the public have access to...
It's not a private garage.
Open. There are other members of the public there, okay? Also, it's King's Highway now, remember?
Some drink drivers hold their hands up and take responsibility.
You know, my sort of argument is that my driving was absolutely perfect.
Not this one, though.
My walking, my talking, everything else is absolutely perfect. It was just somebody that has suggested to you that I drink and drive.
Not the most convincing argument a court will ever hear, and Rob's got a better one.
The argument I would make, not only professionally but personally, but if I was driving or if I knew I was going to be driving anywhere within the, say, next 10 to 12 hours, I would not be drinking.
Yeah.
At all.
Right.
With the latest figures estimating 260 people killed in drink-drive collisions in a year, Rob's not mincing his words.
If you misjudge one thing because you were over the legal limit and you end up rolling that in a ditch, get trapped and can't be found, okay, you could end up losing your life in it.
Rob's good sense is falling on deaf ears. Old deaf ears.
Once you get a bit older...
Oh, yeah? Go on.
And you've been driving like me for 4 to 6 years.
Okay.
If you think you're still sort of slightly over the limit, you drive a lot more carefully. And what you do is, especially in an automatic, is your left foot brake, so that what happens is your reaction time is a lot quicker.
Okay.
You're not going to ever agree with me on this.
No, you're quite right. I'm not. What happens to your reaction time when you're under the influence of alcohol, intoxicant, or anything else that might affect your judgment and skill perception? Right. So what you've said to me then, again, it doesn't wash then, does it? You don't left foot brake through choice because you think your reactions are quicker, okay? You do it because you think you're pissed.
No.
Yes.
So, you know, pointless carrying on the conversation.
Finally, something we can all agree on.
You're quite right, it is.
Yeah.
The bloke's taken to the station to blow on the evidential breath test machine.
And the score is...
86 and 84.
Yep.
He's twice over the legal limit. The seasoned driver with tactics for tipsy motoring pleaded guilty to drink driving. Got a 20-month ban, 12-month community order and a £199 fine.
If you think it's fine to drink and drive, it's not. You are a danger to yourself and others. The risks do not outweigh the reward.
Still to come.
Why are you asking me? Why are you losing your road? Well, no, I'm getting me like this.
The suspect cyclist claims he's squeaky clean.
You always talk like that. Yes, why not?
Electric bike sales have tripled across the UK in the last 5 years. And while most are an environmentally friendly way to get about, some versions are giving the Interceptors a real headache.
What we're getting now is people that are building their own electric powered bikes to the point where bikes are potentially capable of doing 60 miles an hour plus. They're using them outside the capabilities of what the bike is designed for, and the brakes just aren't designed to stop them at that speed. So that is a real problem for us, because the potential for causing serious injury or even death suddenly becomes a lot greater.
Over there somewhere.
It's Thursday night and Michael Hollowell is after a bloke he suspects to be on a souped-up pedal bike.
There he goes.
E-bikes have to be pedal-assisted, but this one's travelling up a hill without the rider even pedalling.
Hello, chap. Just come here a second. Bring your bike.
Michael is a keen cyclist himself and knows his way round a pair of wheels.
Okay, so it's a push bike.
Yes.
Yeah? That's been adapted.
Yes.
All right?
It's a bog-standard push bike that's been fitted with an electric motor. The question is it street legal?
Where do you turn it on? So how do you throttle that then?
You need to pedal it.
You don't pedal it. You weren't pedaling. You was not pedaling at all. Come back here. Come back. Come back. Stand here.
If the bike's got a motor able of producing more than 250 watts, it's considered a motorbike.
Turn it on and show. It's not on.
It's on.
No, it's not.
It's on.
That is not on.
It's on.
Because your throttle doesn't work.
Michael's certain the bike's dodgy and has his doubts about the rider.
Right, so what's your name? Do you live here?
Of course, that's what I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
So who's living here? Are you living in it?
Why are you
asking me stupid
Why are you
questions,
losing
bro?
your rag?
Well, no, you're making me like this, you know? You're coming and you're telling me like some stupid things, bro.
Michael's a fan of comedy legends The Two Ronnies, and he's not sure if this palaver in a balaclava is an act too.
Do you always talk like that?
Yes, why not? Like, I'm being rude with you. You're being rude with me
God.
because you're harassing me. Like, you're coming out and telling some crazy stuff.
I'm not harassing you.
Either way, he needs to find out who this character really is.
So have you got a driving licence on you?
No, I don't have.
Have you got a bank card on you?
In the house? Can I bring it?
Is there anybody else in the house?
Yes. My neighbours, my friends.
Why would your neighbours live in your house?
Huh?
You just message your friend and say, can you bring my bank card out?
Why?
Because that's what I want.
Why I need to do this?
Because I don't want to come in your house.
There's probably no room with all those neighbours in there.
Are you going to give me your details?
If you can, I'll bring it. I told you, I'll bring it. No, you're not telling
Just
me. You're not
message your friend.
No, I don't have his number.
You don't have your friend's number, although you live with them?
No.
To move things along, they reach a compromise.
Tell you what I'll do. We'll go to the door.
Yeah.
And then you can ask them to bring it to the door rather than you go in the house, because I don't want you going in the house.
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna run away from you or what? Do you think I'm like a stupid idiot or what?
I think the jury's out on that one. Once his flatmate, who may also be his neighbour, fetches the bank card, Michael runs the details and returns to the bike.
Right, so because of the motor on there, that's a motor vehicle?
Its motor is too powerful for it to be considered a bicycle.
So you are riding a motorbike. So have you got a driving licence?
Full driving license?
Do you have insurance?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you're driving a motor vehicle. So you're going to lose your bike?
Yeah, I can take back.
Okay.
Having accepted his fate, he seems over keen to get rid of Michael.
You said you're taking my bike, so take the bike and that's it, and go on, man.
Probably because the police database flags him as a wanted man.
I'm arrested?
Right, at this moment in time you are under arrest.
Things have turned more serious because this joker's marker is no laughing matter.
Okay, you're under arrest for a serious assault. But of course you don't say anything that may harm your defence. Didn't mention when questions for later on in court. If you do so, maybe give it a miss.
Yeah.
Okay?
He's wanted for GBH and is going to the Nick.
Come with me a second.
Okay, yeah.
You sound so happy about it.
I don't mind, man.
You are?
I don't mind.
Stay there.
Yeah.
Happy days. One dodgy bike and potentially dodgier rider off the street.
No one would ever have stopped him knowing that. So the good thing is we've found out who he is and he's coming in and we can get him dealt with.
The masked joker is on bail for GBH. For riding without insurance, he was fined over £1,000 and disqualified for 6 months. And that's no joke.
There's obviously a victim out there somewhere that's received some serious injuries for it to be a GBH. So it's good to get this person in.
New Police Interceptors continues next Monday at 8. And can their lifeboat colleagues race to a stricken yacht heading for a busy shipping lane in time? New Rescue 999 Seconds to Save a Life, Friday at 8. Next tonight, efforts to bring down a notorious drugs boss. Gang Wars, a Police Suspect #1 special in just a few moments.